always a day, no, it's what did you do today? Oh, I just shot a bird, darling, what you shouldn't do. Darling. Torchwood, I think so the other day, anything around the table was good because it was a chance that we all got there. What are you laughing at?
I'm just remembering.
Yeah. We all got, it was the time that we all got to be together, and those scenes took ages because everyone's close, medium, wide, eating, paneling, whatever, but we just, we were there for a long time together, and that was where we really got to know each other.
Yeah, for me, the same what I said earlier, really, the sort of Rise of the Cyber and Age of Steel stuff, playing the two parts together, just them showing me the VFX people saying, right, we're going to split the screen here, you're going to do Mickey here, you're going to do Ricky here, that stuff really was probably my favourite stuff. And then right at the end, coming back with the beard and the gun and the, being all badass.
Yeah, right. Do the line. Well, my favourite time was Inferno. I played 3 parts, and I'd like to think I'm the only actor who played 3 parts in one story. I played Benson, the Nazi Benson. Was it my turn to answer the question here?
It doesn't matter what you just jumped in there, John, but never mind. Nobody's going to hold it against you.
It was just nice playing 3 parts and stretching oneself, and I was a primoid in Invasion. It took 4 hours to put the makeup on and about 2 minutes to rip it off. But that was an extraordinary story. It was all about drilling to the centre of the earth. And that was my best part because it was 3 parts and I really enjoyed that. So that was it.
I have so many lovely experiences, but I just go for the first one that pops into my mind. And that's the one where Gwen is on the motorbike in Miracle Day and she has to blow up all the cylinders. And the reason why that's my favourite scene is because I had all the special effects guys all in front of me like this, and literally we had one go at this. And we had 80-mile-an-hour winds that night. And I was on a motorbike that I'd learned in the last 20 minutes to ride. So it was looking good. So that was the most exhilarating, most exciting, terrifying thing I had done, because as soon as I hit that switch and I had to turn around, like that, and you see right at the end a bit of a smile. That's me going, thank Christ! I'm not going to get sacked. It was, and literally we could feel the explosion in our chests. It was so strong. And then when it finished, there was complete silence, because that killed everyone. There was complete silence because everybody was just, it looked so fantastic, and we got it in that first shot. It was a real special moment. It was wonderful.
Can I also hear all of your best Southern accents?
No, man.
Hi, I'm from Atlanta. Can I make my picture with you?
And I'm going on holiday to North Carolina.
This is for Noel. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about what it was like to work in Star Trek, which I think was a great experience to watch in the theater, because when you came on screen, all you heard was like people elbowing their friends and whispering,
Yeah, I've heard that with a lot of people. I'm like, dude, I geeked out when I saw you as that. Yeah, it was a great experience, as all these guys will tell you, we're actors, so some of the jobs we go up for are so big that we don't get, you'll never hear about because we didn't get them, but occasionally you get one, and that just happened to be one that I got, as much as I loved it, it's just another job, and, but if JJ calls you go. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Massive movie, great experience, and I mean, have most people seen it? Yeah. Okay, I won't spoil it but I knew what the part was. But for me, the greatest part was knowing that I was actually part of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can be in the film and just be in the film, but if you're part of that makes it even cooler. So that for me was the coolest part. So thank you.
Human Torchwood because there's billions and trillions of species inside species and half things. Like, what do you think?
Half things.
John Barrowman.
My favourite monster of Doctor Who was the Oberon, because they were half man and half animal, rather like my mother-in-law. That was my favourite because they look really great. But we work with so many monsters, it's very difficult to work out which is the nicest one. But the Oberons were my favourite.
That's a tough one. Cybermen are close to my heart, because obviously I had a cyber girl in the basement for quite a while. And she looked great. If we can go back to half things, then I'd say the half cyber woman, just because you've got to see that figure, you know.
Yeah, for me, Cybermen. I guess that was the predominant, storyline for me. But yeah, Cybermen, definitely.
May I just say I started my career as a Cyberman.
I didn't know that.
I was the first Cyberman in Invasion and one of the other stories which I've forgotten, but I started as a Cyberman.
I love you.
You said you wanted to start a band. Can we hear you sing?
If you had your breakfast, come up. I don't want to make y'all sick. I'm dreadful. I mean, actually, if you've got straight hair, I'd make it curl. My voice is horrendous, but I chuck good shapes in the background. I can dance, but I certainly can't sing.
And can we see you dance?
Pamela. Have you seen Pamela Plastic Head?
No, on my sitting bed. I'm going to close my eyes and open them again, and everyone will be gone. I'm going to get some eggs Benedict, a strong coffee, maybe get myself a hunky man to help me dress. Shit, I'm still here. Not today, Vicky.
Hi, well, Eve, first off, thanks for giving me the greatest role of my life to be able to tell people that you consider me your daddy. So thank you for that.
Thank you, bro.
I'm telling you, that's a good line to have. Very quick, Gareth, did you ever find your hat from the concert? What bastard took that?
Her name was Jenna. No, it's been found.
Outstanding.
Yes.
So my question to the group, I know everyone's asking who your doctor is. Who is your companion? Who's your favorite companion?
Other than yourselves!
Martha Jones.
Katie Manning for me because she was so vibrant and so jolly, and she was one of the 5 of us that made the show new again, and she was lovely.
Sarah Jane.
Sarah Jane.
I think I'm too short for this. Okay, my question is for Noel.
Okay.
Do you have... Okay, so pretty much everybody towards the end was Team Rose and 10. Rose and 10, right?
Yeah.
Getting together. Did that offend you at all? Did you have an opinion on it at all?
As the character or as me?
Well, no, I guess as you. Like, were you like, why does she gotta go for him? What's wrong with me?
No. Dude, I think in real life, in terms of manliness, there's like kind of no contest there. But anyway. So in the show, as Mickey, I guess Mickey was kind of over Rose as much as Rose was over Mickey. I guess in the early stages when she was treating him real badly, it was kind of like, what? And you know, he was gutted, but I think by that point he was kind of over it anyway. So it is weird that your buddy would then date your ex-girl. Like, there are rules, you know? But hey, whatever. But in real life, I think a lot of people wanted, that was the love story, and that was always going to be the love story. I was only ever supposed to be in 3 episodes originally.
I'm glad you stuck around.
Thank you so much. So I think when Russell said, I like him, I'm going to keep him, then they still were going to do their love story kind of thing. And thirdly, obviously, I think it's also to do with how maybe the actors get along with each other, you know. So maybe there was a reason that Rose and Mickey were parted ways with.
It's okay though, because you ended up with Martha.
Me and Drew are good friends. I see her all the time when she's not shooting Carrie Diaries and stuff like that. And so, you know, I think it's good that they ended up together. And obviously, when they walked away with Captain Jack in whatever episode that was, we were supposed to be in Torchwood with these guys. But in real life, we were both working on so many projects that when they came to book us, we were booked up, and so we didn't ever get to do it. So you kind of missed all that stuff there, and we left, and then we're married.
Thank you.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Hey.
I wanted to ask if it had been up to you to pick your character's love interests, would you have picked the same ones you got, or a different one, and why?
Interesting. I would definitely stick with Captain Jack. If your character is dating the leading character in a show, you get more lines.
I would pick Martha over Rose any day. Never mind, Mickey tapped both of that ass. Both of them. He's a player.
Feed those ponies. Sorry. Skiing. Feeding the ponies. Rose and Martha. At the same time, in a big Hoovian sandwich. Hey, if you work it out, it's an ice cream sandwich.
You know what, guys? On this side, I've got a pure gentleman. On this side, I've got a ghetto.
Crossing the line for the UK.
I'm going to keep this really short. I'm more than happy with Kai Owen and Bert and Captain Jack. No, it was lovely. I was more than happy. But look, I'm always open to suggestions. And if we could ever come back, I'm sure it would be in their best interest to make Gwen as promiscuous as possible. I'm prepared to put myself there. For the sake of my art.
Sake of your ass. Mickey
For the sake of my ass.
Mickey may just have to turn up and give little Gwen a visit there.
Call me.
And I'm just sitting here a little confused.
My question is, what do you miss most about being on the show, on Doctor Who and Torchwood?
Getting paid.
But everything really, I really enjoyed it. You know, I really enjoyed it, and I kind of feel like, you know, everyone's all like, oh, Doctor Who, you know. But when Chris and me and Camille and Billy brought it back, people were like, ooh, what's going to happen? And now everyone else is reaping the benefits, and we're kind of like the guys that were there 5 years ago, but we brought it back. You know what I'm saying?
My opinion of it is, I know when, because I used to drive John Pertwee to work every day, I didn't have a car in those days, and I used to go to his house on the bus and drive his lovely Lancia Flavour, which is his dream car. And my joy as an actor who didn't think he was very good when I started, and some people say I wasn't very good when I finished, but it was to see the whole thing take place. You get your script, you look at it, you see what your part is, you see who you're playing opposite, and then suddenly you go into the rehearsal room, and then you go into the studio. And that was the time when my tummy used to turn every single week when we used to go to the BBC Blue Studio. I don't think they use it now. Yes, they do. The Jonathan Ross shows in there. But you go into that studio in the morning and see all the technicians and the special effects people getting ready. And to know that you were one of the 5 people, like Noel said, we brought it back and Noel brought it back, which is what we've got in common, except that I'm taller than he is. And it was to see it all take shape, and that wonderful night.
Not everywhere.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Noel. I've been in the bedroom too.
Just watching.
You go, my friend, you go. Get dirty. It's the only way to beat them.
I'm not good with that dumb dance. Yes, it was just seeing the whole thing take shape, and then as all the other, when you get in the studio and the cameras go on, and it's just a magnificent feeling, which you've reflected. I mean, you love watching us, and we love making it for you to watch. So the whole thing was just so exciting, and I wish I could go back. I must confess.
In all honesty, I miss the people.
Yeah, I'm just going to work every day with my best friends.
Yeah.
This one's for Noel.
Hi.
Hi.
I love your hat, by the way.
Legend of Korra. Did you have any difficulties switching from Christopher Eccleston being the Doctor to David Tennant being the Doctor, and seeing how Mickey would react to the change of different people?
No, because obviously Russell was just, writing the lines and stuff, and, Chris played it very intensely, and so, we enjoyed that, and then David came in very, very manic and stuff, and, we enjoyed that too. It was just a case of Russell saying, well, this is how the Doctor's going to be, and this is how you're going to react, and, obviously Dr. Ten was sort of less mean, but of course at the same time, he said, oh my God, but Dr. Nine, maybe he wasn't being mean, maybe he was toughening Mickey up because he knew what was going to come, and so that's kind of how we saw it. Thank you.
Thanks.
What's your favorite, this is for everyone, what's your favorite line your character said?
It's got to be the telephones, phones aren't working, mobiles, landlines, tin cans, bits of string, phones all broken, hello, anyone there? No, because the phones aren't working.
I suppose one of mine is with Pat Troughton and the 3 Doctors, I think, when I said, can't we take care of this Omega bloke? And he said, Omega's not a bloke, he's a monster. But my favourite line is really the one I made up, and the director allowed me to keep in at the end of The Green Death. I was in the back of Bessie, which I used to drive every day just because I loved it. And John Pertwee, as I said, I can't say enough about John. He was just incredible. He helped make me what I am. And there was one scene where I was throwing the food out to the maggots in The Green Death. And I said, I can't just stand in the back looking like a muppet. And I ended up saying, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Which I thought was quite good. That's my favourite line.
Hi, excuse me, have you seen a blowfish driving a sports car? Oh, thank you. What's that?
What's that?
Blood Torchwood. Is that you? Ah, very good, very good.
Well, for me, there's 2 lines. Both of them are pre-badass Mickey, but there's one that people like, which is, it's not Ricky, it's Mickey. But that's not my favourite. My favourite is the one that signifies the change in the characters, the beginning of the change, and it literally just goes, oh my God, I'm the Tin Dog.
too easy.
Hey.
Hello, sir. I love your top hat.
Thank you.
And your pink cane.
It's a Sonic thing.
I knew that too.
Do some damage with
But I wanted to ask you guys, as far as the characters you played, how you felt about their character developments over the length of the show.
Oh, I'm happy to start because I'm the audience. Well, I loved it because I started off as a secret agent in the first story with Patrick Troughton, and then they made me Corporal Benton, and then I went Sergeant Benton, and then they made me RSM Benton, which is Regimental Sergeant Major. And I enjoyed it because I got 10 pounds a week more. But I like the way Benton developed because, and again, it was all to do with Roger Delgado and John Pertwee helping me with all the kind of intricacies that you need when you're acting opposite two great actors like that. And the only compliment I ever had, which I was very flattered by, and this will impress you, my next door neighbour, when I lived in London, Putney, just near where the boat race starts for we English, a man who moved in next door, and I used to play golf every Sunday morning, and I was walking out of the house, and this man